first open the spreadsheet, you'll see there's column A here is for the old variable, column B is the new variable, and then the things in pink are actually the syntax that you use to write to rename the variables, and over here to write the variable labels. So first, let's start off with this is a small data file. It's just 20 variables. Typically, I can have 300 or 400 easily, and this is where having these names here actually mean what the variable means is very helpful when you start to do your analysis. So we're going to copy in here, switch over to Excel, paste it here. Okay. Now I want actually I like to use the labels. I'm not going to get into it, but I have written a little script here that'll strip off some of this stuff, so it's a little more indicative of what I'm looking at. All right, now copy this current label. This will help me understand what questions are, because these really aren't meaningful. So my new variable, this will be this was, I know from memory from the survey, these questions here were which of these do you conduct. So I'm going to start this with, so actually let me show you, let me switch here, because these all going to start with conduct and then have this. So I'm going to take these, copy that. Now I'm going to go to the other tab here, which is concatenator. Concatenator, what that does is I want the very beginning to start with the same thing. So I put my beginning here, and I copy, and I come here and paste. And now my new variables here, you see, all start with the conduct, C-O-N-D underscore, which was this, and then they follow up with this. And what you'll also notice is I have spaces in here. I've written, you can see the columns are hidden here. I have some code that looks up and looks for illegal characters, at least most of them, and will replace the illegal characters. So I don't have to worry about spaces and asterisks and things like that. Alright, so now I'm going to copy this and come back over to here, and under my new variable I'm going to paste those there. Let me widen this a little bit. So now you can see here's the part that says rename variables. Now this says rename 07014, this variable, to this, conduct employee satisfaction, right? So that's a quick and easy way. Let's see. Alright. So I'm going to write a strategic, and I can have a space in here. I did the same thing here. So legal characters are replaced. Notice my space there actually puts underscore. These were all yes or no. So is, I'm just going to say is, well, there's only a few, so I'm just going to write them. It is. So this I'll just do extern vend, halt, line, and basis, online, print. Alright, now this was, these were what languages was the survey conducted in. So I'm going to use my concatenator again, come back over here, paste that there, change this to be lang, copy from here, come back over here, whoa, paste there, and this was a write-in, so lang, I like to do lang, OE, meaning open end. So, right here, I now have my if I copy this, open up a syntax window, paste it, and when I run this, yeah, fine, you'll see it has renamed my variables to what we had did in the other sheet. So this runs. Let me put the period in there so it doesn't get mad at me again. Now what I also want to do is add some labels. So actually these labels look pretty decent for what I want them to be, so I'm just going to paste those there. And now if we look at this next line, here is the pink things for variable labels. Now when I run this, it's going to see it incorporates my new variable names because that was in the spreadsheet, and then puts them in quotes with the spacing and stuff, and then they're easy to tweak. So let's go back to the data set. I'm going to reopen that data set. So you'll see there were actually other variables there and there, but that's okay. So now when I come back to the syntax, select all and run, it's renamed these variables with those labels, and as you can see, if I was actually doing this for real, I'd have over 100 variables to do, but you can see it's incredibly quicker than writing all the syntax by hand. The other great thing is, what I can do now is save this syntax, save example, and now when I get more data, I can go back, download the new data set, rerun the syntax, renaming, doing all my labeling, which means I can be starting to work on my analysis. So I can have that all done before the data is actually collected. Thank you.